Stadium here in Foxborough.
Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Detroit Lions and the New England Patriots. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And we are underway in Foxborough. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Running left is Stevenson. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now Jones. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. After the sack here, 2nd and 11. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Throwing Jones. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones flushed out right. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
Well, he was looking at a dime formation, 6 defensive backs on the field. So he's looking for anyone to throw the football to, but he didn't have anyone open, so he took off and ran for it, but he came up just short, and that brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, Jones. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Amadi Oruwariye. He's at the 50, 30, 10, 5, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Well, it's only the 1st quarter, but that's a quick shift of momentum right there because they were driving the football before that interception. And then not only, Charles, do they throw the pick, but it gets returned all the other way for the score.
I think the important thing here was they backed up in their own territory. This defense didn't blink. They hung in there, waited for the offense to make a mistake, and as soon as they did, they capitalized in the biggest way possible.
On the return, Marcus Jones from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And you wonder, I mean, is it even possible, especially for the quarterback, to mentally reset after that quick of a turnaround?
Well, we're certainly going to find out, aren't we? Because that play will stay in your mind, but somehow you have to compartmentalize, put it aside, pick yourself up, and get moving in the right direction.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Goff a handoff here to Swift. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, Goff. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. They'll try and run here with Swift. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Badgley able to knock this one through. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. Here at the 25. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. Now they're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points. It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. From the 9, 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, Jones. He'll dump this down to Stevenson. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Jones will sneak it. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th.
No gain? Quarterback sneak? No gain? Aren't you supposed to get something out of that?
Yeah, needed a full yard there.
Here we go.
going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or two. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. 54 yards on the ground. So forget about being backed up. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way across midfield. Play action. It's Goff. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Brock Wright, 41 yards. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Badgley on for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Makes the score Lions 17, Patriots 0. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called
it.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw pulled in by Aguilar. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. Back to throw. Jones toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 15 yards there for number 15.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's got it complete to Aguilar. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field. And just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Here's Stevenson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the Lions' 10-yard line.
On 2nd and goal, Jones. And they were looking to set up the screen, but that's going to be incomplete. Almost wound up going the other way. Well covered defensively, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, You get first half.
The ball comes out, and that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Folks' kick is good. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent, and they try to...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Patriots are going to take possession here at their own 33. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They've had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Jones now throwing to start the drive. And he's got his target, Harris. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise, and start to put together some drives.
Let's go.
Here's Jones on first down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, their first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones, he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Great way to convert on 3rd down there, 21 yards the play.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. From his goal line here, Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. It got his man complete. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Patriots 3.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They start the second half here with Williams. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Off play action. Here's Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Here comes the Lions punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. Jones on the return. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 34 yards on the return, but for a moment looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's gone. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 70 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That was huge after being behind the chains on 1st down to make this second very manageable. Yeah, how much pride do you have in an offense on 1st down to get that kind of yardage? Because it actually opens up your playbook on 2nd down. You can run it, you can throw it, you keep a defense off balance. I like that phrase, stand ahead of the chains, and they're doing exactly that.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. He'll find Williams on the slant. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Badgley able to punch this one through. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown of this 3rd quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the 2nd half and take over.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here. And
it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
A 2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action from Foxborough. Throwing again. Jones. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now Jones throwing on 1st down. The 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their 1st, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Back to throw again. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range. They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
Jones on third down. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Aiden Hutchinson able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there. And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call. So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within one score. It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance, so that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy. It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board. 3 points is 3 points. And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball. Force the incompletion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles. I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end. He's got a man, complete. A big play there for New England, and even 60 yards. Stevenson now on 1st and 10. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Checking this down to Stevenson. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. 3rd and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. Damian Harris, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Patriots are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. But we are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tied football game. And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Jalen Mills in on the stop.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
On 2nd and 9, Goff. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Goff to St. Brown for the Detroit first down.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the fourth quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he takes us up right near the 45-yard line. 77 yards rushing for him down to this point.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 3rd and 2, Goff. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
We go, Todd!
Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. From the gun, here's Swift. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Goff. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
Oh, boy, this sets up for a huge call now on 4th down because you can try the long field goal, you could go for it, or you could punt and play for overtime. I am so glad, partner, that I don't have to make those kind of decisions. Let's see what they decide.
Going out. Hey, 76. Hey, come kill. Quick play.
Here we go on fourth. Goff. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And the Pats are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Now Jones. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this one is incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Jones. And he gets this to Thornton. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They run once more with Stevenson. 9 yards they pick up there, and it's a first down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. From the gun, it's Stevenson. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And with that, they're down to one remaining here in the second half. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So here now is the kicker, Nick Folk. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And his kick is good. He knocks through his 3rd field goal of the game, and this one is the one that decides it. And it'll be a good time in the Back Bay tonight. The Patriots have won the football game.
Well, Charles, we were treated to an excellent game today, capped off by that second-half comeback. This was a joy to watch.
Entertaining for us, not so much to the team who had a halftime, and now is leaving here, knowing that they let a win slip through their fingers. Tough one for them to carry home.
alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gon' give her some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way, shout out Tech 9. Go and shut the up, just let me talk. I'm a time bomb that's waiting to go off. Quite nuclear, amazing what fame could do to you. Too peculiar, although I'm truly a renaissance starter. My mind divine, it take me a lot farther. Growing up, I really had beef with my father. But why bother explaining my feelings? Try harder, but either way they gon' paint you the villain. 8 months with no phone, dog, we aiming for brilliance. High level maintain.